I hate this. Start A1 companion. It's like, I don't want it. AI companion. Yeah. Okay. All right, it is 6 o'clock. So we will start our January 12th, 2026 select board meeting. And I'd like to start with the warrants. Let me get rid of that. I'd like to make a motion that we approve payroll number 57 for $2,066.71. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Kim, you're gonna have to unmute.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. And we have, Aaron is also on. All right, I'd like to make a motion that we accept accounts payable number 58 for $2,932.26. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I'd like to move that we accept accounts payable number 59 for $14,829 even. Do I have a second?
I can.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
We have Kim here. She's just on Zoom. She's actually in sunny Florida. And lastly, we have payroll number 60. I'd like to move that we accept payroll number 60 for $2,066.71. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. I'd like to move that we accept the minutes for December 29th, 1925 select board meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'd go 2025, not 1925.
I know, I tend to do that a lot, don't I? I did that to see if you were listening.
I wasn't gonna mention it.
I didn't hear you.
It's a number problem. I'm regressing to years here. All right, next on our agenda, citizens issues. We have four citizens here. Anybody have any feedback? Questions?
I have,
Mario,
I need help.
with what?
I would like to file for abatement. And I'm looking for information. Now, when I first wrote the abatement, the old abatement to you, you said you have to go to Ashley. When I went to Ashley, she said you have to go to Josh. Then I went to Josh, couldn't give me an answer. Then I did some research on myself. Then I called Josh. He couldn't give me any answers. Then he said he would have an assessor call me. That was middle of December. I didn't get any answer. I didn't get a call now. Then I sent you a request that you give me the information. That's 2 weeks ago, and I still don't have it. How do I get the information?
I will tell you that it was basically a freedom of information request, which I had 5 days to give you
You did reply
feedback.
right away.
And we have actually, and I'll let, we did contact Josh, and he needs time because we don't even do some of that information that you're asking for. So we're asking.
There has to be. If you ask, well, otherwise I'm just going to file a crazy abatement and you will have then to come out with the information. This information should be available. But I feel this assessment is not going very well. I took out about 53 cards. About 40 of them of not even being an assessor. I found major mistakes.
Oh my God, Mario,
If
Mario, we've been over this with you
I understand.
many times.
No. Let me finish. There are things that happened since you had the new assessor, not from the prior administration. You know, like for example, farmland. I have the thing here from farmland. Supposed to be assessed by the assessors every year to see if they still have the necessary revenue. Tree growth is the same thing.
We know,
Nothing is done.
we know.
Nothing is.
We know.
No, but that's
We're
not
there
that's not
yet.
you. That's not you. But that's the assessor. He's supposed to do that. Another thing, I know of 2 houses have been assessed. They didn't go inside. One house added a bathroom. They didn't ask if you added another bathroom. They asked, have you done some renovation in your old bathroom? Have you done some renovation in your kitchen? But they didn't ask if you have a new bathroom. So now that won't be in the trio part. The other one is, heat, for example. They installed a heat pump. So now you certainly have AC on heat. Doesn't show. And I can go on and on and on. That's not all done in this way. That's the assessor that is doing the job. I don't know when you hired him, but things don't happen. My
Mario,
neighbor put in a shed, she applied for permit, she put it in. Code enforcement came, approved it, looked at it, it doesn't show on the 3O card.
Mario,
Yeah.
I've asked you though to make a list of all the things that you're finding, and you and I will talk, and I will make sure that those things get to him. Bringing it up here, there is absolutely nothing that we can do. We need a list and as he's
Give
making
me
a change.
information so I can work on it.
We have asked Josh and he is in the process of doing that. And, he has time to do that. What did he say? I think middle of the month that he said that he would get it. We did ask him, if you let us know. I'm assuming that all those requests that you had are all about your abatement?
No, there's some other stuff. Some of my abatement, that's correct. Some
So-
of it for my
So if
abatement.
we know what you need for your abatement, what question you need answered, we'll get that to you sooner, but you had 3 different emails of lots and lots you wanted to know, like seasonal view versus, mud flats versus, I have mud flats, you don't.
Oh, I know.
We're
Okay.
taxed on
He said.
water property.
Yeah.
So having all those distinctions, it's not what we're doing on this island right now. So
I
asking
don't
for
think-
that, but asking for that when we're not even doing it on the island is asking our assessor to do something that isn't even what we're paying him to do. It's over and above.
I disagree. In his contract, it states that you have the right to see all manuals that he is working with. I suppose he doesn't do the job of that crane's manual. Normal work in the regular world, you have a manual. And then
There's
you do the
nothing
job.
regular about this
So
world.
where
I'll
are
tell
the
you.
manuals? Where are the manuals?
They're created after the fact.
It-
Huh?
They're created after he does the assessing. You're
No, no,
right.
no.
It's
No,
not it's not normal. It's a
That-
little backwards.
That's
But
not
that's what
correct.
happens.
How can you assess something if you don't have instruction? So if you don't have a manual,
It's manual for the town,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Mario, you're asking the same question every single week.
Okay.
because
we
I don't
just-
get any
But
satisfaction.
we're
And
answering
all
you
we're
right now.
telling you is they will have a manual. That's part of his commitment, is he will have a manual for us when they have finished doing all the assessing.
I'll call him tomorrow, because he said by the end of this week. And I'll follow up on that and make sure that he's got the information.
And if he has a specific request for your abatement, let us know exactly what you need to know. You're asking, I know, for the entire island practically. And even things that even aren't on the island that we're not assessing,
Like what?
like seasonal, views, seasonal water views.
How come it's on the trio card? I just picked that out of the trio card.
Yeah.
I'm not making up stuff.
He's gonna get all that information for you. All right, and if you and I will sit, once you do all the things that you're doing, you and I can sit, but in the meantime, we're gonna give you the same exact answer all the time, and that is that he will give us a manual. That's part of his commitment. He will give us a manual when he's done. Right now, he's collecting data and doing nothing else. If you have issues, if you find things that are wrong, we will gladly take that information. Let you and I talk, and you give it to me all at once, instead of on a weekly
But,
basis.
I don't want to squeal on people. I don't want to do that. But a lot of it is exactly that. So,
So give it to me, you and I'll talk, and I will make sure that it gets to the assessor all together at one time. And that will save you some time and energy, it'll save us a lot of time, and it'll save the assessor. He needs to know if you're finding errors. We're not criticizing you for finding error. we can't give you any of the answers that you want. We have contacted Josh. He is putting together the request that you had. We forwarded that information to him. All three requests. He has that information. He's working on it. But it takes time because
We don't have it.
he said at the
He
end
said
of the
by the
week.
end of this week. I will call him tomorrow. And I
You let
will,
me know when
yes.
I can.
Yep.
get the information.
Yeah, because we will, because that's a requirement of us, is to give that to you. He has to take it, I asked Ashley, it has to come out of Trio. It's not like it's just right there someplace. So they're working on it. We've done what we needed to do, and
You know, I did some research. There's an outfit, and I don't want to pay for it. Marshall and Swift. That's where they get the information. I don't understand. I could have paid $15 to have some of the answer for my house. I don't want to pay $15. That stuff should be available here. But if you check the web page, Marshall and Swift, they supply all this information.
who is that?
An outfit that supplies building costs, assessment things, and all instruction and all that. Marshall and Swift.
Marshall Swift. Okay.
all right, so by the end of the week,
Okay?
Josh is gonna have something for you. We have pursued it, we have reacted to your request, and I don't know what else to do. Other than, I am committed to, and I keep telling you, you and I can sit and take the
I
whole
know.
list of
Don't
all.
want to spiel on people.
No, you know what,
Yeah.
if you give me the stuff, Mario, I will give it to the assessor. I'm not gonna say, hey, Jeff, guess what we found out about Jeff? It's not, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna take everything. And because we found some of our own errors and we know things, are not perfect. We know that. But, you know, we're right now in the middle of trying to have this new assessment reval so that we can fix some of the issues from previous, and that's all I can
One
say.
more thing. Going through all this stuff in the town ordinance, it states that building fees should be posted. That also fines supposed to be posted that apply if somebody does something wrong. But I didn't see anything. And it's in the town ordinance, page 36,
It's on the policies page, there's a schedule.
but it's not posted there.
It's on a bulletin board
What?
right around the corner, the fee schedule.
No, he said
Fine.
fines.
Fine,
Fines,
There's a fine on there.
I don't think so.
I think so. Yeah, the after the fact permitting fee, which is the basic fine for any
it's called a
violation.
after the fact fee, not a fine. It's
Fines
not called a
Or
fine.
you're talking about like penalties for violations.
Right, if I don't.
That is something that we actually have the appeals board looking at for us right now, because we don't have a very clear cut system of applying fines based on violations.
No, but it states in
It's-
the ordinance, it should be posted in the office. But I looked for it the other day, I didn't see it.
I don't know that anything exists in,
Well,
in,
April
terms of-
does have something that we have some fines, like after the fact, like after the fact,
Yeah.
if you do a permit.
If you don't have the
But-
permit, then it triples or doubles or whatever.
Exactly, and that's written down there.
Blah, blah, blah.
and then can we move the issue and move on, because this is taking a lot of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
It's okay.
No, I'm serious, Mario, you and I, get together and, after you've done your work.
What's frustrating is we're all working so hard.
I'm
to
not
fix-
blaming you for it, but I
Listen,
just want to point out.
But
this
we're
thing.
all working so hard to fix them, Mario. It's huge. There's a
I
lot to
agree.
do.
I
This
agree.
whole team is working as hard as we can
I
all the
couldn't
time.
agree more. That's why.
Then why are you nitpicking us every single week? You're taking up Ashley's time, you're taking up my time, you're taking up time at the meetings to nitpick on stuff that you know we're working on.
Well,
We're working on it.
okay, like for
It's
example,
a lot. We're
Okay.
working on it.
let me point out one more thing.
Okay, point out one more thing.
On the blue flyer that was issued when the assessment came out,
Mhm.
it states that you have to do your assessment so it would get more revenue from the state.
Yep,
But when I looked at all these numbers, because of the new assessment, the county tax went up by $65,000. And you got only about $7,000 or $8,000 more on Homestead and Freeport. That's very misleading, but that's gonna happen.
yeah, well, we can all second guess the math all day long.
That's
I don't
one of
know
the things that I'm gonna be looking at.
And you
This
see
year.
how frustrating it is, when you look at all this stuff and you find all these mistakes.
That's how we've been feeling for the last 2-3 years. 4 years. Okay,
So Mario,
I'll call you.
when you're done,
I'll call you.
yeah, you'll hear from Lisa when the information is there. It is in the works. But you know, we need to give them time to be able to put all that together. And so that, I think is a reasonable amount of time. You sent it to me over Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so, but I reacted to it immediately and we got it we've got it started, but we also had the holidays during
Yes,
that
we have
time.
5 fees to respond to an
Yeah.
FOIA request, and then we have a reasonable amount of time, which also depends on what else we have to work on.
Mhm.
We
But
can't just immediately.
I'm
spend
trying to
3
get
days.
information since
Mhm.
2 months ago.
Every FOIA request
Okay,
you say to me has been responded to, so.
I'll call you tomorrow, Mario.
All right, so will either of you gentlemen have an issue for citizens?
Well, it's the deer population problem is why we're here. And I was surprised that a lot of the fellows that were here the last time that we met, the last time you guys met,
Mhm.
that they weren't also here. But, I mean, you've got to pick. your-
I said in the email that you guys didn't have to attend tonight, because tonight was just technically appointing
Oh, okay.
you guys. It's a process. It's a committee, so we have to approve the committee, then we have to appoint the members, and you guys have to get sworn in. And then I was gonna reach out to everybody and set up a date to meet.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
I thought no email.
I know, I sent it to Susan, and she
Right.
said she forwarded it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have your email.
Yeah, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, and since Todd doesn't have an email,
I
I'm
would
gonna have
just,
to
I'll
call.
just call you.
Well, I'll keep them in the loop.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I said in the email, I said, we're just gonna do the appointments tonight, and then I will work out somehow a date when everybody can meet.
Is there a list that you have? of
Yes.
that?
We
Yes.
will be, actually, let's just go ahead and jump down to that, and then you can leave if you want, if you think that you're here for some reason.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We can just do it verbally, and
Yeah.
then, and then
Yeah, that's
we
fine,
can
I'll
do the-
prepare
the
them
paperwork.
after.
yep, we've been signing on
Okay.
Wednesday. All right, so we're gonna jump down to select board business for a second, and, actually, I don't think it's on here, but we're gonna just go ahead with, G, which is, the Deer Committee. It's DEER, not DEAR, Deer Committee.
The Deer Committee.
So do you wanna,
Yeah. So I would like to make a motion that we approve the following 7 individuals to serve on our ad hoc deer overpopulation committee. And they are as follows, Ted Christie, Bud Gallagher, Kyle DiPietro, Jason Abbott, Brett Jones, Todd Nichols, and Zach, I'm gonna mess up his last name.
Kurtz.
Kurtz,
Cortez?
Cortez, that's what I thought it was, yeah. That's the 7.
I second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
On Zoom. Anybody
So-
else on Zoom? Well,
What's that?
is there anyone else? on
Kim?
Zoom?
Yes, Aaron is with us and
The
Charlotte,
last name?
Alderfer.
Aaron Oliver. and
Yeah. So you'll be hearing back from,
Okay, so there'll be a time set up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Okay.
and then and eventually what, April will do is we'll sign you in to make you legal and whatnot, but today we had to just, appoint you, legally
Basically,
appoint you.
I'm sort of facilitating this committee,
Okay,
but with most of our committees, we need a chair, somebody that's gonna kind of run it, and then we need a secretary. So this is not like, our deal. I'm just kind of helping you guys get together and sort of I'm gonna get in touch with Keel again and the other gentleman that was here, just gonna get it.
that would be a very
Good.
big plus to
Yes.
have them involved.
Yes,
at that lower level. Because
definitely.
they kept trying to take it to a higher level. Because the way they wanted to get it passed through the town,
Yeah, yeah,
so.
yeah, but just to get a timeline, so when
Yeah.
we meet, I'm gonna try to have some sort of a timeline, knowing that if we have to put something on the
Well,
warrant,
We need a
we have to,
timeline.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right,
so,
so that you'll be hearing soon. It was, as she said, today is the day that we
Okay.
appoint people. And then from there, we can, as of
Sorry to make
earlier
it
today,
now.
we were still trying to
Lucky night.
get all of our names together.
Okay.
So that was a little bit of an issue. So we thank you for coming in,
Well,
and Todd, especially for you, because we didn't have your. name.
yeah, so it's very fortuitous that you came.
All right. Oh, good.
Good.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Okay,
Mario,
Good night. Say hello at home.
nice to see you.
Take it easy, bud.
We'll see you after.
Good night, guys. All right, we'll go back up then, the roads. And any update, Jeff?
No, just winter time in Maine,
Yeah,
pretty active, but.
crazy.
yeah, it has been crazy so far, but, I think the roads are their main roads. Yeah, and I haven't heard any complaints or anything recently, so, Mario.
The only thing that I looked at some of the road there. No, one time on a meeting, you said prices increase drastically every year.
What was that?
Pricing.
Pricing,
Increase
yep.
drastically.
Yep,
So my thought was, why not fix, make everything, take out a loan? Probably the percentage of the loan you can get as a town, it's much lower than the price that the cost increases.
But that was something it should look, that's considered Mario, and I've still thought about that. But I'm hoping that the rate of inflation slows down over what it was. And the other thing is, if you fix them all at the same time, well, then they all need to be fixed again at the same time.
Well, the only thing, if you figure the maintenance of the dirt road, it looks like it's the size of a number. That might equal the whole thing a little bit.
Well,
That's the thing I looked at.
no, and that was all considered, what I'm trying to get. We got 10 miles of paved road, the town's responsible for, we have 10 miles of dirt road. What I'm trying to get is so once we get through this road improvement, is to shim an overlay a mile of road every year. And then nothing's older than 10 years old. I'm looking at more, getting us on a schedule. What we need to get to like ground level first, because we're way down here. Trying to get ground levels, then we can get on, and then we know, all right, we need $200,000 a year for road. And then we'll travel on these roads over here. But yes, if things start going wonky again.
That's just, you should look at it, and the other one enough paper, then you can decide.
When this rate started. Board of Selectmen, completely different board of selectmen, none of these ladies were here. And they had different take on borrowing a bunch of money. We have a fire station issue,
yeah,
on the burn on. I don't wanna see the town of Westport Island indebted for, $8 million. Between fire station and roads,
I would say overall, we're lucky to have this man.
No, I had no
Doing
problem.
what he does, because it is a lot of work that the roads maintaining and keeping that top of the roads.
Trying to say,
So it really comes down to that, because if we didn't have him,
Right, but Mario does make a legitimate point, and this point was considered
oh, I know.
back at the beginning.
Yeah, no, I know.
And, what I'm really trying to do is get that 10-year
It's
cycle.
staggered,
Yep.
yeah.
So,
So it doesn't
so you're
hurt.
not borrowing money, 'cause interest is just giving money away in my mind,
Mhm.
if they have 5%,
Right, I understand.
inflation of 3%,
Interest, no, I know, it could save you money, it can cost you money, it's cost of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else on roads? No.
So,
Okay.
all right, Jeff, you're here. Did you have anything for citizens issues?
I think the one point is just are you going to, or is the assessor actually going to address the tree growth assessments for the other people on the island?
Yes,
Okay,
for sure.
that's all I wanted to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
just-
And-
because it's an error.
Yep.
And there are a couple issues related to that, so, yep.
Same thing I came across exactly that. I mean, there's about 700 acres of tree growth I found
I know.
somewhere. I know of some who never cut the
Yes,
tree.
yes.
Never cut the tree.
Yes, and some don't have updated plans and yes.
Which means they shouldn't be in
So-
tree growth anymore.
Just keep going, just keep
No, I
going.
know.
Yeah,
Really,
so,
Why it is very frustrating.
No
Yeah.
kidding. Well, we're doing the best we can.
Many towns have an issue with tree growth because they need a management plan,
mhm,
but the
Yep.
town don't get a copy.
yes, exactly.
It's a very
Yeah,
wonky system.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
not that I don't disagree with it. It is a system, it just has its errors.
All right, we're gonna move on to committee reports and, Kim, you want to give us any update on anything related to any of the properties?
So we are actively working on a second grant application. Currently, we have Gay Wagner, Mary Ellen Barnes, Chris Mellier, and I all frantically working on another grant application for the town hall. So that one is due February 17th. Chris has started doing the reconstruction of the window sills. And so what you'll see over the next probably 6 to 8 weeks is that there will be 3 windows at a time that are covered in plywood, because he will have to actually take the windows out in order to get the sills out. And each of the sills is a different size. So he's going to take
Wow.
them out, right? He's going to take them out individually, take them home, rebuild them to fit the exact size that they were in kind, and then bring them back and put them in. And when we did our first grant application, I'm just going to throw out there that that project in itself has about a $12,000 value. And
Yes.
because Chris is doing it voluntarily, we were able to use that value as part of our match for the bigger of the 2 grants we applied for. So kudos to Chris Mallier for his continued
Absolutely.
persistence and efforts and all the time he puts in over there. So that being said, while he's working on that project, you will see plywood covering windows. There will also be some equipment and some materials inside the town hall. So if there's somebody that wants to go in and have a dance right now, probably isn't the right time for that, because some of the space within the town hall is going to be taken up by his equipment and materials.
Equipment, yeah.
Great.
Good reason.
Good, and good for the town to know when they see things happening. And wonderful that Chris is doing what he's doing for us. He's a wonderful guy.
Absolutely.
All right, just one quick update regarding, one of the other, properties, and that is that I believe the Ferry Landing House, the Wright House has, as of today, it's not set up, but you have a generator, which will be a huge help with all the times we have the power go off to protect those different, very valuable pieces of information. So it's gonna be set up Friday, I think.
The electrician's supposed to come Friday, I guess.
Yep, great. And it's a whole house generator that just automatically kicks on.
Yes.
Perfect. So nobody has to run down there to turn it on in the middle of a storm.
True.
Perfect. And that's something that the Friends,
The friends of big.
yep. So I think that's the real positive.
Yeah.
And Gary's doing a great job of tearing out and starting to putting it back together.
Oh, good.
Great.
So there's rooms under impact.
Super. So that work is going on. All right, I'm gonna not start with the February meeting schedule. It feels like in fact, I thought we'd already planned that. I want to talk for a minute about the town, the Squire Tarbox Inn. They have asked for, quite a few dates, mostly in August, September and October to see about renting, space so that they could use the, town hall for parking. What we talked about at 5 o'clock is postponing a commitment to that until after tomorrow night. The WCA meets tomorrow night. And we can ask them to sort of set their dates so that they have an opportunity to set their dates. Once their dates are set, then we can see what's left over. And instead of setting these today and then telling WCA that you can't do this because we already have a commitment there. So our meeting is tomorrow night. So Wednesday, we could confirm these dates. Right now, they look fine, but we do want WCA to have some feedback into that. So we'll talk about that later. We have a resignation from one of our committees, that is Andrew Bruckner, asked to be, asked to resign from the Shellfish Committee. So I'd like to make a motion that we officially accept his resignation. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I also want to talk, we had talked with the different committees and asked them to be, to give us a mid-year check-in. And we will start that process, but we also have a couple committees that haven't met yet at all. And so we want to have a different conversation with them. So we will, some of the committees will be hearing from us in the next few days about, coming in and sharing the kinds of things that you've been working on based on our conversation earlier in the year. So that will be happening in the next few days. We also have an LPA application, limited, I never forget the P, limited purpose application for oystering, and this is for Jesse Roach. And I know it's posted. Is it new or a
No, what he's doing is he's slightly moving his current equipment. So it's not like 2 additional ones, it's just a change in location.
Is he still on Swan Creek?
Yes.
Okay, but they're
Yeah.
in a different part of Swan Creek?
Yeah, I don't think he's moving them far. So the 2 applications are posted on the outside bulletin board and they're on the homepage of the website and the announcement section if you want to read them online.
Yep.
So.
And you also put it on Facebook, I saw.
I think I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first
That's
saw
good.
it. Yeah.
So it's just a chance, the public has a little window to
Mhm.
comment, just in
Mhm.
case anyone has feelings about it.
Yeah,
You let BMR know.
but this process is basically out of our hands.
Yep. Yep. Town meeting day. We need to set a town meeting date.
Yes, we do. And it,
Already thinking about June.
I can't.
well,
gonna be
everything
here.
counts backwards.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Right, no, you're right.
So I just, yeah, I gotta set the timeline and
Yeah.
good to know early on.
Yeah.
As I've discovered, so,
26th,
no, I think it has to be the
20th?
20th.
20th.
Has to be.
June.
So I'm kind of asking you, but kind of have to tell you, because it has to be within 2 weeks of the election.
Which is,
And the election is going to be June 9th, I think. For some reason, I can't get my calendar to do anything right now.
that's only less than 2 weeks.
Right, it has to be within a 2-week.
Oh,
window.
Within a 2 week.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So
That's
the
perfect.
election will be June 9th, and then town meeting, if we're gonna do it on a Saturday, as
Yep.
usual, has
Yes,
to be
yes,
the 20th.
definitely a Saturday. Okay,
You got okay with 10 o'clock?
yes.
Yep.
That's been working. fine.
Yes. 10 o'clock on the 20th.
Yeah, we had good turnout, so it seems to be helps.
Used to be able
Yeah,
to
I think
sleep in a
everybody
little
lived
bit
with
on
that last
Saturday
time.
morning, you know? You get up every day in the week and then Saturday comes, you don't want to have to get up early again.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
still feel like it's early, but.
there are those who would like to sleep in a little bit longer. All right, so that's set. February meeting schedule, I want to do that. And then I have one more thing that I learned about today that I want to go on our meeting in your notes.
2 and 16,
I thought we had already set those.
Groundhog Day and.
No.
That was January, and January's already
Yes.
the 25th, so maybe the 8th and the 22nd?
I think the 9th and the 23rd are the Mondays,
Ah.
right?
Of February?
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
you're right, you're
Wait
right.
a minute.
It would be the 9th and the 23rd, you're right.
Oh,
there-
that was,
is there a
this
next
is
meeting?
showing Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9th
Okay.
and 23rd.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
So, and we still have our weekly, workshops, on Wednesdays from 4 to 6. And one last thing, we had a meeting this morning with Neighbor to Neighbor who is, doing really well. I'm excited about the work that's happening there. And we had, the United Way come to visit us this morning. We asked, the representative to come so we could talk about some of the issues we had and how could those maybe be covered. Some of the things like, how do you deal with insulation maybe for trailers, or we want to encourage people to take wood, but we don't want them to use wood if they haven't had their fireplaces checked anytime soon.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out how we can maybe get some funding for people who could do that work, so that before you start to use a wood stove you haven't used in 20 years, you might need to get it checked out. And I know it's not cheap to do that. So anyway, we had this conversation with the United Way, and she's going to do some research for us. But one of the things we did learn, and I'm hoping that this will go in our next newsletter, and that is that they offer a free service for taxes. And if you make less than $69,000 a year, you can get your help with your taxes done free. Doesn't matter your age. All that matters is that your income is less than 69,000. And I know that's a service that would be really helpful here on the island. And because somebody had already contacted me months ago about, she was paying a lot of money, and which I thought was ridiculous, especially by the time you're retired,
Yeah.
you don't have huge amounts of things. So
Did they have works? Did they have an office that you would go to?
they do, and I just actually, they're still in the office there. I did print out a couple of the flyers, and April, I'll make sure that you get one so you have all the information. All we have to do is contact the people. You can call them, you can text them, you can do, whatever, different strategy, but they will work with you to do your taxes. So, and they are done by professional certified CPAs. And like I said, there's no age limit, so you don't have to be like 65 or older,
That's
which I know
nice.
some organizations you have to do that. So anybody that has an income below that, it's, I think it's a great resource. So I just wanted to make sure that that went out today, and we'll be posting it in hopefully the newsletter, and then we'll have a couple flyers that are out here as well. So if you know anybody that's struggling, or just doesn't know, and they're paying a high rate for taxes, to have their taxes done, they can get it done for free. So I just wanted to highlight that. And while I'm here, because I know somebody who's on here was asking today about, taxes, if anybody knows any good any CPAs, if you can let me know.
Wait, did we have to create the committee, or did we do that already?
Oh, no, we did not do that. Yes, we did.
Did we do that already? No.
We
No,
did,
we have to add it to the policy, right?
I haven't edited the policy,
Right.
put the committee in there.
Right.
it's been 2 weeks since she hasn't edited it yet. Yeah, but we're good. We've put out the applications. I mean, the appointments.
Right, I mean, you're supposed to create the committee first, it's a head of point. And technically, we're supposed to put it in the policy. If you want to vote to create it, I think number of members is kind of key. So I was
Yeah.
thinking about when you're appointing 7 people.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
talked
number.
about an odd number.
Yeah,
We
the
talked about
number
an odd number,
bigger.
yeah.
Yeah, any bigger than that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, so why don't you just, somebody make a motion and create it, and I'll write it up, and you can vote on the policy
Okay.
language next week.
So I would like to
Whatever.
make a motion that we create the, I'm calling it Deer Overpopulation Ad Hoc Committee.
Second,
All right. All those
All
in
in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
aye,
Okay, cool.
The deed is done.
Thank you.
All right, any other announcements? then I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn for the night. Do I have a second?
Second.
And, okay, all right,
Bye.
all in favor?
Thank you, ladies.
Yes, thank you, enjoy
Enjoy.
your trip.
I have a question.
Okay, go for it, Charlotte.
Go, Charlotte.
Yes, your deer committee appointment.
Yep,
Yeah. Being an employee-owned
you want the names?
Yes, I'll have April perhaps will send them to me.
Sure, she's got
I
it.
will, I'll send it all to you tomorrow,
She
Charlotte.
said she'd send it all tomorrow to you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, take care, bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. I think it's changed the people's thought process.
So,
like working
April,
for the bank, working for myself.
I think they sent it to you too. There was a gentleman that read about it in the Deer committee in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And he's from Edgecombe.
Compensation ultimately.
And he was